The people that I hear every week, they be tuned in. You watching the show tonight?
Possibly.
You're like, oh, okay, Roger. See that.
Hi, beautiful people. How are you today?
You bought this today, this
No, not today. I had that last year. What's up, guys? How are you? Let's see. I don't see anyone, but guys, please bear with me because my shoe is funny. And I have to take it off. How are you, beautiful people? Let me know if you can hear me.
Maybe you take a couple pictures on this shit.
I'm on.
What the fuck? No, you can't do that,
What you laughing at? What you laughing at? Who that? Who? What you laughing at? What you laughing at? Hi. Mwah, mwah, mwah. My bestie from California is here. It's over there. It's over there on the thing. Hey, one big happy family. Guys, look, we chilling. We at home. Remember, what is WineUp Wednesdays? WineUp Wednesdays is your day to relax and release and let it all hang out. Let me know who's online and what is your drink of choice while we get it together. What's up, Spider? Let's see. Oh, good. You hear me. Well, that's a great thing, guys. We're working this out today. You know what? It's been so much going on that we just all over the place. So please bear with me. I haven't had my little drink of wine either. So we're going to work that out. I tell you what, let me know. Please type in the chat your name. Well, no, not your name, because once you type in the chat, it's going to tell me your name. Please type in the chat, what is your drink of choice tonight? Because we have, oh guys, I'm going to always plug this up. This is that Juggernaut. This is that Juggernaut wine. This actually was the best wine out of this batch that we purchased this time. But we're not having Juggernaut because I drank it all. So today we have Dark Horse, Merlot, we have, I'm not too much of a fan of rosé, but I'm willing to try it for you guys. But this, I got this because it was John Legend. This is John Legend's brand of wine. How did I end up with two Dark Horses Merlot? I am not sure how that happened, but okay. Then we have a black-owned company wine. This is OPP. What is that for? Other people's. Okay, I need somebody to tell me how to pronounce this word. Pinot. Okay, so this is a Pinot. And then we have Sweet Bitch. That's what this is. Now this is a Moscato. Here, in case I need to rest my feet, I'll bring that in. This is a Moscato Rosé. So I would like to know who has, let me see, Q-Top, thank you, Tara. Let's see, let's toast to the passing of, Tavio, you went there. Did you not go there? How did you know that was a part of the discussion today? Hello, May Carter. I'm not exactly sure how you found us, but please let me know. How did you find WineUp Wednesdays? Carlo Rossi Sweet Red. Is that what I have here? Oh, no, that's what you're drinking. Okay, great. You Smoking Merlot spider. Okay. Try the OPP. Okay, so I got, oh wait, sweet bitch Tara, make up your mind. Which one? Because I don't mind trying either one. Can you get that thing for me that I just got today? The gift. Are you there, Roger? Are you there? Now, I'll tell you what, Roger actually won a couple of gifts a couple of different times because he's a fan of the show, and he's an active participant, so he really plays the game, and he plays it well. So he won quite a few times, but he never was able to really pick up his gift, and then he, where'd it go? Then we made arrangements for him to, you know, pick up his gift, and he couldn't make it a couple of times, so he felt compelled to bring me a gift because he saw some of the troubles that I was having before. Okay, so we got 2 for the OPP. Okay, so we got 2 for the OPP. So this is what Roger bought. So guys, I won't be using it today because it needs to be charged up, and he just dropped it off. But this is a cordless wine. Look. Thank you, Roger. He was driving, so I'm not sure if he's on or not. Let's see here. But thank you, Roger, for that. And I think, wait a minute. Okay, let me see. Okay, so we got 2 for the OPP. We got 2 for the OPP. So tonight, we're going to try other people's Pinot Noir. How about that? Woo! Okay. Y'all ain't see that, right? So we're doing OPP today. Now, the wine who was on here the one day I was having a whole lot of troubles getting this wine up, and he made a comment that it took me like 30 minutes to do it. Where'd it go? Oh my God. So, guess what? This one is a twist top. Okay, I'm gonna get some help. Give me my phone out the bathroom. So guys, let's see who we have here. Let me see. That works great. I have one. Okay, so I haven't been a huge wine drinker until we started doing this, and then I'm becoming a connoisseur of wine. We're gonna try the OPP. Cheers, guys. Okay, so who else is having this toast with me? Tabio, you have your stuff ready for your toast? Hey, and if you're online, please go ahead and just let me know what your drink of choice is for tonight, what you're sipping on. And we're gonna get going because we got a lot to talk about. And boy, I tell you, this, do y'all see this right here? Look, can you see that? Look, can you see that? Right there. Thought he would be out of the news. And he's kind of dwindling now. Like, I think he's run the gamut, right? But he's still in the news. He was recently acquitted. What was that? Was that this week? He was acquitted. Like, even out of all of that evidence that, I mean, they freaking stormed the Capitol. They built a gallows with a noose. They broke into one of the high-ranking officials' office, threw their feet up on the chair. It was craziness. We kind of forgot about it. It happened back on January 6th, and we kind of forgot about it, but with the impeachment trial and all of that, it has been recently back in the news. So that's why we're talking about that today, because one of the things that I really wanted to kind of ask you guys about, here, let me pull this up, it's online. One of the things that I wanted to ask you guys about was, this. Let's see. I'm gonna read this after I. Cheers, guys. Here's to 2021. It's still early. Here's to Black History, Black Power. Here's to what Tavio said, read in the comments. And to living footloose, fancy, and free at any age. And that's what we do here on WineUp Wednesdays. Make sure that you drink your wine. Here, 1 second, guys. If you're just tuning in, please look in the chat and go to the YouTube page. Make sure you subscribe. Oh, you know what else? I have a new Instagram page. If you guys can go there right now and follow, that would be tremendously great. That would be, hold on guys, hold on. Hang in there with me. 1 second. Please go to Instagram. Look for WineUp Wednesdays. Not the one with the hyphen. And like the page. Please. Cheers. Here's to moving on. Okay, guys, so listen here. This is what I thought about earlier today. I'm going to just read this really quick and bear with me. Okay, let's see. Let me see. Politics, state of the world. Oh, wait. State of the world. Oh, wait, I gotta get a better scan than that. State of the world. Okay, so state of the world. You think it don't affect us, but it does. Let me see what I wrote here. Politics. Are you interested, or does it not matter to you? The state of our individual communities are directly affected by the politicians we elect to office, with the cowardly group of Republicans who allowed Trump's acquittal is horrible. We have a new precedence in America with what they did. Like, it was so egregious, the act, but the evidence was abundant, and their cowardly way of not, or of finding excuses and justifying what happened was just truly appalling to me. So we as Black Americans already know about the double standard, but is it continually being swept under the rug? And I believe so. That's why I'm here, because, well, first of all, I want you guys to answer the question. Are you interested in politics, and or does it not matter to you? Like, I really want to know this, because prior to all of this crap that Donald Trump put us through, we were kind of really lackadaisical. Well, a lot of you guys were. I was deep into politics. You can go back and look on my feed. But there was quite a few Americans, especially Black Americans, that just kind of glossed over the politics until they started to really realize how bad this dude was and what he was doing. And then people started really paying attention. So I'm really, really glad for that. Spider, you know, me and you know, we've been bantering back and forth for a long time about it. But we as Black Americans already know about the double standard, but is it continually being swept under the rug? As per our discussion a couple of weeks ago, we cannot continue to let white supremacy go unchecked. And that's pretty much the bottom line of what it is. Today we discuss, I can't read it, let me see. Today we talk specifically about how Republicans in some states have censured or ridiculed other Republicans that voted to impeach Donald Trump. I don't know if I got that point across to the magnitude of what that is. Let me know if you guys really understand what happened there. Like literally the few Republicans that did vote to impeach Trump, now they're facing ridicule from Republicans that didn't want to do that. Like they've been officially censored. There's a guy here in Illinois, a Republican guy here in Illinois that actually voted to impeach, and his family wrote him a letter and posted it in the newspaper, like completely condemning him, getting on his case for voting to impeach Trump. Like, it's baffling to me that there could be this amount of evidence and these Trump supporters are blind to it. It's really baffling to me. Let's see, what do you guys say? Let me see. Hi Robin, and hi Miss Erica. I believe you're here, so thank you. Yes, Tara, you said yes. I'm very interested since Bush and Hurricane Katrina. Okay, good. Hi Erica. Let me see. I care about politics a lot. Watch the press briefings every day. Wow, that's good. That's good. That's good to know. So guys, I would like to know, like, to me, you guys know I hang around a lot of Trump supporters. I don't want to just say white people, but they mostly white, okay? And they're Trump supporters, and these have been dear friends to me. It hasn't been until, you know, Trump was elected and then impeached again that I'm kind of realizing that it's something going a little bit deeper than, you know, them just, you know, supporting him. So I'm wondering, how do you guys feel about what is going on with this insurrection? What is going on with this acquittal? What is going on with these Republicans in Congress? And the reason I'm asking is because what are we going to do in our communities that is going to combat the power that they seem to have? Like, it is completely egregious that that man was not convicted this time around. It's completely egregious. So, you know, I'm just wondering, how do you guys think? Oh, and OPP is pretty good. So, guys, what I'm going to do is where I buy the wines from, I get kind of a discount. So I have a link that I'm going to put in the feed, like after I'm done, so you guys can go back and watch the rebroadcast or whatever, or I'll tag you if you want the link to the wines, because I'm telling you, this Juggernaut, you got to try it. You got to try the Juggernaut. This OPP is really, really good. It's really good. It's not too dry. It's not too sweet. We're going to see how toe up from the floor up I'm going to be a little bit later. Hold that though. Okay, so I got some sage here. I needed some cleansing, some chocolate cleansing. I've been dealing with dissension. I've been dealing with a lot of positive things, so I don't want to just get down. But when you have people in your life that are not the most positive, that have ulterior motives, that are not really true to their word, it kind of affects you, especially if you're the type of person that really cares, right? I'm not perfect. I make mistakes, absolutely, but I hold integrity very, very high in my book. And whenever I'm out of it, because I do tend to fall out of integrity sometimes, I acknowledge it and I own up to it. And I was dealing with someone that was completely out of integrity, and it has a bit of a cloud over me. So I bought this sage. This is a chakra sage. So not only is it the sage, but it has the chakra things on it too. So maybe I'll put a link to that too if you guys are open to some cleansing. Let's see what we got here. Yes, May, I will put the link in the thing for the wine. Try the Juggernaut, okay? You're gonna love it. And what was the wine that I had last week? It was some wine. I can't even remember what it was, but that wine had me toe up, right? The Juggernaut didn't have me toe up. This is mellow, I can already tell. Kind of like on the line of the Juggernaut. But whatever it was I had last week, whoo! You want to get drunk fast? You drink whatever that wine was. Let me see, do I have an empty bottle? I don't even have the empty bottle here. And what did you say, Robin? Let's see. Okay, perfect, Tara. I'll give you the link. I'll put the link in there so you guys can go back and look at it. So Robin says QAnon still thinks Trump is going to have his true inauguration. Robin, I don't believe that. Are you serious? Do they really, really, really believe that? Let me see. QAnon still thinks Trump is going to have his true inauguration on March 4th, forcing Biden to step down. Hotels in DC are charging double for reservations. I hope riots don't pop off. Are you serious, Robin? I don't believe it. Now, I'm very much into the political conversation, and from my understanding, QAnon has been debunked, except for maybe to the real crazies. So I can't really believe that they're actually plotting for this. Now, my conspiracy theory is, if that is the case, the reason that they're plotting that is to further get Donald Trump off the hook. Because if they're planning this now and they do this again, then that kind of lets him off the hook because he didn't incite it this time around. So that will give them even further justification for his acquittal. But guys, I'm telling you, we cannot let that happen. We have to make sure we speak out. What I would really like to encourage is everyday people like us in our communities to run for an office. Let me know who has thought about that, who is open to that, or who would actually even consider that. That's the question that I want to know an answer to. Let me read some more of these comments. Let me see. Hey, Roger. It's White Sage, and Roger's on the line. Thank you for the gift, Roger. It is White Sage. Let's see. Let go and release all things in people who no longer serve any purpose, love, and light. And you know what, Tara? Absolutely. And you know what? I'm human. And we watch Love and Hip Hop, so we're ready to, I know me. I'm ready to throw down. So I have to mind my mind sometimes and remind myself not to go there. And in this particular situation, it was a situation that I did not want to end. So I handled it what I thought was a respectful way within the realm of still being human and not wanting to be taken advantage of, not wanting to be talked about, and things like that. So I kind of handled the situation. I'm very proud of the way that I handled the situation. And even just recently, you know, I'm kind of tying up loose ends with the situation. And, you know, I could have snapped off. You know, I go both ways. I've been to some of the most highfalutin places, and I can hang with the best of them, but I come from the streets, so don't get it twisted. And I'm a Libra, so I'm equally yoked in both arenas. But I chose to rise above, and it felt great to actually not harbor resentment. So guys, I got this to get more of that peace that I know how to access, but because I'm human, and most of us are, it doesn't always come naturally. I literally had to think about how not to snap the fuck off. How about that? Okay, so let's see. Thank you, Tara, for that. Let me see. Yes, Robin is right. Inauguration Day used to be March 4th. Oh, until 1937. Didn't know that. So they think there is hope. He will rise again and be sworn in on the 4th. I'm just completely baffled by that. But let's see what happens, because let's hope they go out and make even more fools of themselves on behalf of Trump. Let me see. National Guard troops are staying in DC through mid-March, just in case there is another insurrection on that March 4th date. CNN just reported on it this evening. Seriously? Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. So let me see. What else did I say here? Let me see. I want to know your thoughts on this. Do you find it as hypocritical and morally reprehensible that they are trying to make this type of behavior acceptable? And I think it's rooted in racism. It's rooted in racism. They cannot let it go. They cannot let it go. So I'm just curious as to what is going to happen and where are we going to go from here. And by it being Black History Month, what are we going to do? Like, what are we going to do as a community? What are you going to do as an individual? Please let me know. It's quite a few of you online. Let me see. There's quite a few of you online. Have you ever thought about running for an office? Would you consider running for an office? Are you, how politically inclined are you in your local area? Do you volunteer? Do you, I mean, outside of just voting, and I think most of us do these days, outside of just voting, is there something that you think you can do more to make a difference in our individual communities or your individual communities, no matter where it is? Okay, let's see. Erica says, I wonder how they will make sense of things when he's not sworn in, laugh out loud. Some already fell apart after January 20th, I know, right? I am so curious about that too. Like, I don't know, do you guys have close friends that are Trump supporters? I don't have a lot of Black Trump supporting friends. I don't. I have a whole lot of white Trump supporting friends. And it's funny. It's funny to me to see them twist themselves in knots. I tell them all the time, I said, why are you carrying that man's piss thinking it's water? We battle back and forth on the daily. So I'm just curious about that. Who is it, who's willing to run for an office, or who is active more politically? Let me see what Roger had to say. Roger says they're not done yet because they want a civil war. They've been, oh wait, let me see. They've been wanting what they see. Wait a minute. They've been wanting that they see back on the 6th. They thought that the army was going to step in with them. They were going to start it, and the army was supposed to step in behind them. What, and like help them? I think some of them did, as a matter of fact. There's a lot of them that are police officers. Yes, there is. And in the military, the last news conference that I saw from the FBI, they were investigating how deep they run. Right. I just saw that article myself, Roger. Like, we know in our communities, we know that the military and the police force is dominated by white supremacy. We don't know that. I actually believe that. I just believe that the military and police forces across the United States are filled with a certain percentage of white supremacists. I'm not exactly sure what that percentage is. I would like to know, but I do believe that it will never be acceptable. What will never be acceptable? I'm not exactly sure. Guys, when you're typing, if you can, when you're putting in your comments, if you can, like Tara said, I agree. Like, say I agree with whatever it was, because when I go back and read the comment, I'm not exactly sure at what point you put in your comment. So I was curious, May, what you were referring to. Roger says yes, starting with aldermen. Okay, if I stay in the city, but it all depends on where the DNC needs me. Okay, good. Hi, Facebook user. I don't know who you are, but thank you for joining us today. And if you, since you're on as a Facebook user, if you can type your name in there, we would love to know who you are, where you're from, and what's your drink of choice. Cheers to you, Facebook user. Oh, Tara, for real? Okay, so Tara says, laugh out loud. Wait a minute. Tara says, laugh out loud, Robin. I most definitely think I can do better than some of the ones in office now. Absolutely. Wait a minute, I missed something. Let me see. I missed something. Y'all typing y'all asses off. Okay, Tara say, laugh out loud. I have actually thought about running for something. Got you? I would like to know what. I could be a campaign manager, girl, but I'll be running myself too. Let me see. You definitely should. Are you talking about me, Robin? I think I am. I've been talking about it since I was in college. So it might be on the horizon. Let me see. May says, I think we all can. But will we? That is the question. That is the question, May, and that is exactly why I'm here today. Like, I heard some people say, oh, you ain't talking about nothing. Yes, we talking about something. We're talking about things of substance. Even though we talk about sex, that can go both ways. You got to stay tuned for Tipsy Talk, because we learned something on Tipsy Talk. But I want this to be substantive, and I actually want us to take action on certain things. I don't want to just talk. I could put on some makeup and some nice looking clothes and be cute, but I don't want it to be about just that. The reason we started this venture was because we're entrepreneurs and we want to expose people to the business that we're in. I'm in real estate. What I do is I show everyday Americans how to learn the ins and outs of real estate investing, no matter the background you have, no matter the industry that you've been in before. So you can utilize the principles of wealth, the principles of the wealthy. And that is generally, if you can't sing, rap, or dance, or write a book, you ain't gonna make $1 million that way. But it's one of the absolute best ways for an average individual, an average American, to come up, to double up, and to actually create wealth. I have information that could literally change the trajectory of your family tree. I'm all about breaking generational curses through education. And real estate is one of the best ways to do it. Guys, If you didn't know, you can get up to an additional $12,000 in tax deductions per child, right? Per child, $12,000. So there's a lot of people in our community that's living under the poverty line on a yearly basis, so they can get that $5,000 for their kids on the child earned income credit, but they got to stay below the poverty line in order to get that. Do you hear what I'm saying? You can live above the poverty line and you can get an additional $12,000 in tax deductions per kid. I don't think y'all hearing me. Per kid. But you know what the best thing about that is? If you know what you're doing, it's not just per kid. It's per grandchild. It is per niece or nephew. And the reason the government is willing to give you back $12,000, and this is Trump's doing, that's why I like Trump a little bit. I like him for that, right? But the reason that they're willing to give you back $12,000 in additional tax deductions per child is to teach them how to be business owners. If you literally set your child up to be a business owner, you can pay for their Similac, you can pay for their diapers, you can pay for their taekwondo, and in our community, you can pay for their Air Jordans, their iPhones, you can pay for their school tuition. Listen, guys, wealthy Americans are using these strategies. Don't sleep. Get with me. Let me show you a path that will give you access to generational wealth. Okay, that's a whole other side. What was I talking about? Let me see. Let me see. May, you say, oh, y'all been just talking. Let me see. Tarisha, she supported Trump. Are you serious? Because of the gun laws. She is a huge gun supporter. Wow. Wow. Interesting. Interesting. And that's the fallacy of a certain narrative, because the reason that is prevalent, I think, is because when Obama was in office, they made this big deal about how he was going to come and take everybody's guns, but it wasn't true. So I don't get where people get this from. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. Let's see. Make Carter say, wait, how'd it go? Make Carter say, I'm a huge gun supporter, but I will not support Trump at all. Thank you, May. Thank you. It's so much bigger than that. Tara said, left hello, Robert. I most definitely think I can do better than some of the ones in office now. I want to know what you guys want to run for. Let me see. Please run for office. Robin, okay, you're going to be on the team, girl. You got to help me get out there. Let me see, May. I totally understand. Loyal, yes, BFF, most definitely. Really? Okay, cool. Okay. I might have to put it together a little committee or some shit. Let me see. I think I cuss too much to be a politician. Do I cuss too much? I'm like really free. But maybe Donald Trump paved the way for me. I don't know. Hey, let's see. We might, let me see. You so fresh, sis. I love you too. Who is that? Who is the Facebook user? Say your name, because you know my name is too sweet. You put TU up there. I want to know who you are. I don't know who you are. Let me see. Who is Cleo Moon? Hi, I'm Cleo from Chicago, and I'm drinking Stella Rosa Red. Cheers. Cleo Moon. Cleo. I know somebody named Cleo. His last name is Mooney. Is that you, Cleo? Tell me if that's you, Cleo, because I know you. Let me see. Yes, she said Biden wants to take away my gun. Where do they get that from? Like, how do they believe that? What? I don't understand. I know, shaking my head too. Lord have mercy. I want to know, how did she feel when he lost? How did she feel when they stormed the Capitol and nothing happened to those guys? I want to know, did that play any part on how she actually felt in the aftermath. I'm very curious about that. Cleo, I knew that was you, Cleo. I knew that was you, Cleo. Let's see. I don't know where my camera is. Okay, there we go. Let's see. Okay, Tara. Tara said, I would run for something local in my community, maybe council or something. Got that. Guys, I really think we should consider this. Like, especially me and Tara. Now, me and Tara had a lot of disagreement about Biden and Harris. I'm glad he won. I don't know if you're glad that he won now that it's all over, all of that, but the conversations that we were having around it, I had a lot of those conversations with individuals in my community, Tara, that were completely and adamantly against Biden and Harris. A lot of those people right now today are still complaining about white supremacy in the sense that what is Biden and Harris doing? But my question to them is, what are you doing? I do not let one person go past me who got their pants hanging under their ass. I do not, because I stand on principle. I do not let them walk past me without saying something. And I have to think about, because I'm here in Chicago and we got some badasses here in Chicago, I have to think about, and we had this conversation before, I have to think about my safety. So I put myself on the line for the cause because I'm principled that way. But I don't let them walk past me because we need to shame people. Wearing your pants under your ass is a disgrace, okay? So we need to let it be known. So what are we going to do? That's what I do. I put myself on the line to make sure people understand that it is completely and utterly unacceptable. The same thing with the N-word. There's quite a few people on here that I have battles with, that I have debates with, that I have conversation with. Spider, are you still here? Spider, let me see if you're still here. Let me see. Hey, Charles, good to see you. I think you're off from work for a change, maybe, because you're tuning in to us and not on the rebroadcast. Let me see. I'll be home in 15 minutes and I'll be, okay, that's right, Charles. Okay, I'm going to have an early toast to you. Okay, let's see. How many people do you need to kill at once? I don't know. Let me see. Well, honestly, she is not into it like that. Okay, she's only concerned about her guns and bullets and stuff. Okay, Tara. There is a young lady. So I'm assuming that she has her concealed carry license or her gun license and stuff like that. That in which I do not have. There's a young lady who I'm friends with online that runs a concealed carry course, and I am going to take her course. Robin, you're here in Chicago with me. I would like to get a group of young ladies that also want to get their gun license. Robin, let me know if you're open to that, and maybe we can go ahead and set up a particular class where together we can all go to the gun range. Okay, on another note, let's see. Roger, actually Biden said that that's what he wants to do, ban guns or overtax them. Now, I'll tell you what, they were saying that Obama was trying to do this, I believe, to just scare people because he was black. And he didn't do it. I don't think he was gonna do it. However, Biden, on the other hand, a man filled with privilege, clear privilege, and can get away with certain things, I believe we'll try it. So Tara, your daughter might be on to something this time around. She might be on to something, but I don't think that they're going to be able to ban, guns. I believe it's more along the lines of assault rifles, and military style guns and things like that. So I don't think we have too much to worry about. But what I would like to do is for us as Black people to infiltrate the NRA. Who's down with that with me? Who's down with infiltrating the NRA? Let's get our own little NRA. Did my phone just die? I don't believe that shit. My phone just died. How about that? Okay, so let me use this then. Let me see. Tara says, I still stand strong. I don't trust Biden at all. And I still do feel nothing for or about Harris. Okay, well, they're at the beginning of their tenure. Let's check back in a couple months, in a couple years, and let's see if they show improve, to change your mind, or if they prove you to be right. We'll keep our eyes open for that. Let me see. Roger says, I come from Arizona and hung out in Texas, and a lot of the guys that I worked with are all Republicans. I'm like that too. They're packing experimental weapons. A AR-15 is nothing. Gang members are not using those weapons. They're using revolvers, believe it or not. So I'm wondering what Biden is trying to ban. I believe it's the AR-15s. So I don't know. We just have to keep our eyes open to see. Now, I know Tara think I went real hard for Biden and Harris, and I'm really not that gung-ho, to be completely honest with you. But Tara, it was so much at stake that I could not waver. Now, I left that up to you guys to be on the fence and do all of that, but because I was surrounded by so much Trump supporting, I couldn't waver. So I had to project a win for Biden and Harris, because I don't think I could have taken another win with Trump, being surrounded by the people that I was surrounded by. Now that they're in, however, I got my eyes on them. And that is, again, one of the reasons why I'm here and I want to do this, because I want to make sure I put my money where my mouth is and make a difference. Also, not just talk, but I also want to encourage and inspire people to take action, unlike we have done in the past. And we have a sounding or a jumping board for that. So Tara, I know you're not gung-ho about Biden and Harris, but we still should be deep into the conversation because of what's at stake. Give them a chance, please. Give them a chance. Hold them accountable. We're not going to be like the cult of Trump, or I'm not going to be like the cult of Trump and just, oh, Biden. No, that's not it. I'm going to hold them accountable. And as we move forward and progress with WineUp Wednesdays, you guys are going to see me actually go out to different politicians and have conversations with them. I'm not going to say try to have conversations with them. I'm going to say have conversations with them, because that is my plan. I plan to do some traveling to some of these red states. Well, all over, but inevitably there's going to be some red states as well. And prior to whatever I'm going there to do, I'm going to make arrangements to talk to a particular politician while I'm there about certain things. My plan is to take the Contract for Black America that Ice Cube produced and question them about what's in the contract. Another thing that we're going to be doing in the near future is interviewing people in relation to the contract for Black America. There's 8 pillars of the contract, and I want to know what different people, business owners, Black Americans, and even some white Americans also, what part do they think they're playing within the contract for Black America? Whether they're white or Black or anything in between. But I'm going to use the contract for Black America specifically to have a conversation because it's really good. Now, Tara, you know I did not give Ice Cube a chance at first, but in the end, I can admit the error of my ways. And once I read the contract for Black America, I was impressed. There's a few things in there that I think would not go over fairly well, but I think it's a good starting point. Oh, I missed something. Let's see. Robin says there is no way Biden wants to ban all guns. Every civilized country in the world has legal access to guns, but they have reasonable guidelines about who can own. No other country has nearly the number of mass shootings as the U.S. Okay, Robin, that's a great way to put it, and thank you for that input, because that sounds logical, right? It doesn't sound fringe, like, oh, Biden is going to ban all guns. So, guys, stay posted to that. Let me see. Yes, she does. She is certified, and all her and my grandkids are very good shooting. They go all the time. Tara, what's your youngest grandkid and what's your oldest grandkid? Because if they go into the gun range, I think you got some baby grandkids, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, let me see. Hello, Tuku. I think that's how you say it. Let me see. Robin says, I don't even want to imagine the condition of America after another 4 years. I know that's right, honey. I had to make sure that I projected and put into the universe that shit wasn't gonna happen. Does anyone really feel like he left the country better than he found it? I don't believe so, but I think on this place, you're preaching to the choir. So we need to get some Trump supporters on here, Black and white, to kind of answer that question. Let me see. Of course, I'm giving them a chance, most definitely. Okay, that's good. I know because, Tara, I don't know because I know when we had our conversation, you was like, man, Harris, Biden. But, okay, so they won, and I'm glad you are going to give them a chance. Now, the reason I say that is because there's quite a few people who I was debating with over the past year in relation to the election that to this day, they're still complaining about what Biden and Harris and, are doing or not doing, but that's all they're doing. I ask them all the time, and this one person in particular that comes to mind, okay, so since you feel so adamant about you feel so adamant about it, and then he's so verbal about it in a negative way towards Biden and Harris, but there was never any accountability for the Trump administration, and that's where I found the problem. If you're going to constantly post about how racist Joe Biden is 40 years ago, because he certainly have repented, I don't care what nobody say, a real racist is not going to bow down to a black man for 8 whole years and then pick a black woman. I don't care how ambitious he is. He already done won the presidency. So there's no comparison to the level of racism between Biden and Harris. I mean, between Biden and Trump. So I would be very curious of that. Let me see. Of course, I am giving them a chance, most definitely. Okay, so yeah, let's just see what they do. And thank you for that. because like I said, there's people out there that's still just having this worthless conversation about them and won't even answer the question I asked them. Do you use the N-word recklessly? They won't answer that question for me because I'm like, okay, you can't be woke and use the N-word haphazardly or recklessly. It's just, that's another conversation. I think I want a panel for that conversation on that. Hey, yeah, I think we should do a panel on that. I think we should do a panel. Okay, who's for using the N-word? Who's against using the N-word? And who just doesn't care? But my point was, you can't call yourself woke, calling your brother, calling your sister the N-word. It's a contradiction. Anyway, Robin, what I appreciate about Trump is he was bringing them out. This, oh my God, Tara. Oh my God, Tara. Can you imagine the devastation for me? Like, these are people I've been around for 15 years. 15 years. Ups, downs, trials, tribulations, peaks, valleys, all of that. But when Trump surfaced in a massive way, it hurt. It hurt that these people I called my friends and who I loved was able to put his racism to the side in my face and staunchly, to this day, support him. I'm still conflicted. I'm still conflicted, to be honest with you. Fuck Trump. Let me see. Oh, I'm missing something. Let me see. All the racists, MF was coming out. Yep. And I'm still working on some of them admitting their true facts. Because a whole lot of them are in denial. And you know why? It's because they have a few black friends. Total denial. Let me see, showing true colors. Darren Weaver. Who's Darren Weaver, Maymay? Let me see. Girl, when I saw the video of my youngest shooting with his dad, 3 years old? What? Wow. Now, I like that, though, because we do need to know that. Now, I think my challenge is the environment in which they're raised in. Because if they're, like, from Chicago here, it could go either way with the gun issue. But if they're starting that young, knowing the responsibility of having and owning guns, they're going to be the worst nightmare, especially if they grow up to be, you know, productive citizens that, you know, make a contribution to the world. It could go either way. So hopefully, you know, that's the case. Now, what I can tell you is, start them kids in business while they young. I don't care, you the grandma, you a glam mom. Let me see. What Robin say? Robin says, and then guys, we're gonna, oh my God, what time is it? Is it that late? Oh shit. We can talk about this shit all day. Let me see. Robin says, homes with guns have a much higher rate of victims of deadly domestic violence, accidental shootings by children, and suicide. I don't personally want to own a gun. I had my phone snatched by a 14-year-old boy. If I had a gun, I might have impulsively shot him, and then I would have had to face his mother that I killed her baby over a phone. That would weigh on me forever. I can imagine. I can imagine. Hi, Darren. Welcome. How did you find us here in WineUp Wednesdays? I would like to know that. But thank you for joining us, and please let me know what is your drink of choice. Yes, Trump did bring out all the races. For instance, the Proud Boys. Yeah, they were just hanging under the surface. But he did empower them to be bold about their racism. And that is one of the reasons why I wanted to have the conversation today about how the Republicans did not convict Donald Trump based on all of the evidence. Because I know for a resounding fact that some of the Trump supporting friends that I have, they feel he's vindicated. And I have to tell them, and I tell them forcefully on Facebook, if you ever follow me, I tell them very forcefully, like, no, he was not vindicated. They were cowards because the evidence was abundant. And, you know, we all saw. It's not like we didn't see what happened. So, you know, it's really no denying it. And for them to continuously deny it now, that's what makes me think it's a little deeper than just what's on the surface. And I believe it's rooted in racism. They'll never admit it. You can't get into anybody's brain, but there's a tinge of something there. They may not call it racism, but there's a tinge of fear there. Let's see. Oh, cool. Well, welcome, guys. Thank you for joining us. You guys will enjoy Tipsy Talk. Let me see. I absolutely love they are learning that right away. Yes. Now, Tara, please, let's do the other side. Let's get them on payroll. Let's show them how to be entrepreneurs. Call your girl, please, Tara, because I know you got a whole army over there. You could get like 12 G's back just for teaching them how to be business owners. Get with your girl. Get with your girl. Let me see. Darren Karens have always been calling on blacks. Just social media and cell phones are used more. I'm not exactly sure what you're saying there. Darren Karens? I'm not sure. Let me see. Roger says they've always been around at first. They were the Tea Party. That's correct. They were the Tea Party movement. Now they're queuing on. But all of those organizations like the Proud Boys and the 3%ers, and there's another one out there. Oh, God. The Oath Seekers or something like that. That's the Oath people. Another one out there that they are coming under one banner. Now they're getting more and more organized. I think it's the Oath Keepers or something like that. My opinion, Darren. I'm not sure. What you mean by that? Darren Weaver, my point, Trump and the way he acted, the president gave these people the balls to be brave and bold about it. Absolutely. Laugh. Okay, Tara, we own it, doggone it. Okay, guys. Let me see what time is it. My phone died. Okay, maybe I can pull it up on this computer. Let's see. We're gonna move on because I wanted to talk about B. Simone. Now, thank you guys for joining in that conversation. Please join. No, not join, but please look into a local organization that is politically inclined that you can either donate to or volunteer time and consider running for an office. Find a cause and let's have these conversations. I want you guys back here on a weekly basis. And let's talk about the progress. We're entrepreneurs here. We want to know about what business ventures you have because we want to support you. And I want you to support me. As a matter of fact, please go to the Instagram page, WineUp Wednesdays. There's 2 pages out there. One page I lost access to that has a hyphen in it or an underscore. Not that page. Go to the straight WineUp Wednesdays page. Please like it and follow. I don't have a lot of followers right now because I just kind of lost access to the other page and I just recreated this new page. So please go there and follow. Go to YouTube and subscribe. I did put the link in the chat. You can scroll all the way up. It's like the first thing that was in there. So please go ahead and do that. And let's see. I'm going to read the rest of these questions and then we're going to move on to B. Simone. I want to know who knows about B. Simone. Let me see. Yeah, that, what, Roger? Yeah, what? Let me see. Yes, they're the oath keepers, right? The oath keepers. They're the ones that the police are part of, the 3% and the oath keepers. Okay, so it's the oath keepers that's infiltrating the police departments across the United States and the military. And it's a problem. They didn't want to pay attention to it, but now they get that it's a problem. And I do believe that is because of the Biden influence, because the conversation has changed. The narrative has changed. So let's just stay tuned for that. Robin says, many people see white neighborhoods have nice homes, nice shopping malls, nice restaurants, and entertainment, and low crime rates. This is not true of most black neighborhoods. Very true, unfortunately. I think they fear America turning into a black neighborhood and going downhill. Absolutely. Absolutely, that's the case. What'd you say? Me too, Carter. May. I'm not sure. Good point, Roger. Okay, guys, so we're going to move on. I want to talk about B. Simone. Now, like I keep iterating, we're entrepreneurs. And we've taken on, or I've taken on this new venture of becoming an influencer. And I believe it's because I'm taking one for the team. I've lost a lot of friends. I've lost a lot of business because I am 110% committed to uplifting and enhancing all people, but in particular, African-American communities, individuals, and businesses, because our communities are going to hell in a handbasket. And there's not a lot of sentiment around assistance. Now, I've been surrounded around wealthy Americans and wealth principles over the past 10, 11 years. And we in our community are missing out. We're missing out. Some people look at me and say, well, Daniela, you're not driving a Mercedes. You don't have a condo downtown. But I come and go as I please. I don't hurt for nothing. I have everything that I want because I'm in business for myself and I apply the principles of wealth. I still have a lot of learning to do. I still have a lot of growing to do. I haven't reached the pinnacle of where I'm going to be, and I don't profess to know it all. But what I do know is that what I have to offer is exactly what we need in our community. Everybody. Because you know what? What I have to offer, real estate, is a part of one of the 3 basic necessities in life: food, water, and shelter. And if you're not playing the game of real estate, you're getting played in the game of real estate. No, let me rephrase that. If you're not playing the game of real estate, you're getting played in the game of life. Food, water, shelter. And I have the answers. I have excellent education that will help you in almost every aspect of financial wealth that you can think of. And it is taught by multimillionaires. What you do with the information is going to be completely up to you. I don't know why I got on that tangent, because I want to talk about B. Simone. Oh, I was saying that because I was doing some research online about how to improve, social media and stuff like that. And I ran into this lady, Mz.Skittles, right? Black lady that really came up since 2012. She's only been at this for 2012. Right now, she's a multimillionaire just by, focusing in on people who are motivated and driven to do better, to pay it forward, and to create wealth for themselves. Nothing wrong with it. And as I was researching this lady, Mz.Skittles, go look her up on Instagram. It was like her presentation is beautiful. Oh my God, I was just completely enamored, right? She travels the world, and she's just a straight girl from the hood that grinded and made it, right? But when I was doing more research about her, I found out about she does managing also. I was going to hire her to do the branding for this company. But come to find out, she also is a manager. And then, so I just heard who she's managing, B. Simone. This was like 3 days ago. Now, all of a sudden, B. Simone is all up and through the news. Let's see. What did I have about B. Simone here? So that is a part of our, we're switching subjects, okay? Called guilty pleasures, right? Now, guilty pleasures, we all have them. As we delve into the world of reality TV, music, and entertainment, have we succumbed to our deepest desires of stardom and influence? B. Simone, who is managed by Mz.Skittles, is in all of the news this week. What I want to know is, have you guys heard? Do you know B. Simone, first and foremost? And have you heard the controversy of why she's in the news? So I want to know, is she spitting facts or wait? She is spitting facts, and some people can't handle it. Men and women. So I want to know, did she go too far, or was she on point? Let me know if you guys know the story of what is going on with B. Simone. Let me see. Many people, let me see. Roger, true. I heard of that name. Okay. Well, she's out of Atlanta, Tara. From my understanding, she's the one that played Aaliyah in whatever the Lifetime movie was, or whatever movie they just did with Aaliyah. She played Aaliyah in the movie, and she is on Wildin' Out, on MTV's Wildin' Out with Nick Cannon. She seems to be a pretty talented young lady. She's very beautiful. But let me see if I can play this thing. I want you guys to see. You feel it? Can you tell, Tara? Let me see. It's almost on. I'm down with OPP. Hey guys. So far, Juggernaut, #1 on my list. #2, OPP. Now, Tara, I tell you, you might think so, but I am not as toe up as I was on that last bottle of wine. I'll tell you that. Let me see. Are you talking about her and her list? No, Darren. I'm talking about her when she was talking about what a woman wants. Let me see if I can pull up this clip. I don't know if I can. Let me see, did it download? Oh, it downloaded, guys. So let me play a few minutes of this clip real quick of B. Simone, and then I want to know what you guys think.
But here's a little challenge. We got all these things we want in a man. A list of things. He got to be tall. He got to be dark. He got to be handsome. He got to have pretty teeth. He got to be a family man. He got to be financially stable. He got to be rich. He got to... But here's a little challenge. We got all these things we want in a man. A list of things. He got to be tall. He got to be dark. He got to be handsome. He got to have pretty teeth. He got to be a family man. He got to be financially stable. He got to be rich. He got to be successful. He got to be all these things. And we ain't even half the things on that list.
Can you guys hear it or no?
Man. She might talk to your mama in 6 months, but you want him to be a family man. He got to be financially stable. You're kind of negative, ma'am. Overdraft fees. He got to have a job. You need to go fill out some applications because you're still unemployed.
Maybe this is why.
He got to have pretty teeth. You ain't seen a dentist in 6 years. He got to have a six-pack and be in shape. You can't even walk up a flight of stairs without huffing and puffing. Get your life together. This whole list that he got to be. You ain't even half the things on that list. So this is what I challenge you to do.
That didn't.
So we can manifest love all 2021. Make that list of that perfect dream man that you
Okay,
have in
good.
your
Y'all
mind.
can hear it. I couldn't hear it.
Then, what I did, make a list of the type of woman he would need right by his side.
Oh, the
You want him to be in
list.
shape.
Yes,
You need to
the
get to the
list.
gym. Equally yoked. You want him to be financially stable? Well, you need to start saving. Because you can't keep a dime to your name. Huh? You want him to be a family man? Call your mama. You become a family woman. Heal your traumas before you put all this shit on him. You want him to be patient. Your patience is thin. You want him to be understanding. You the least understanding person in your circle of friends, but he gotta be understanding. Fix you. Fix you. Whatever you want, become that. He gotta be in shape. You eat chips every day. You heal. Let's become the person we want to attract. How about that?
So quite a few of y'all tagged me in this video asking what my thoughts were, if I agree. And let me just say real quick, yes, I do agree with her overall premise. I could have done without some of the things B. Simone was saying, but she's an actress and a comedian, so maybe that's why I don't want to be nitpicky. Overall, what I got from what she was saying was that man or a woman, but especially women here, specifically women, if you want a man of a certain caliber, of a certain level, then you need to be on that level, something comparable, or bring something to the table that complements.
But here's another challenge. We got all these.
How do I stop it? Okay, so did you guys hear that? And tell me, what do you think about B. Simone? She's all in the news about this little list. Yes, you were right, Darren. It was about the list. It was about the list. I'm curious. What do you guys think? Because she's literally, oh, you've been saying that. Okay, let me see. Tabio, great question. And it is a great question for people to ask. Would you date you? I would date you all day long. Let me see. Robert says, I think she makes perfect sense. This has been my philosophy since I started dating. Is this unusual? I've been saying this. Darren Weaver says, I have no issues. I have no shoes. Not shoes. I have no issues. As I deal with my shoes right here. I have no issues with what she said. Okay. Let me see. I agree with her 1,000%. I agree with her. People are mad because she is speaking truth. Okay. Now, yeah, that was the controversy. Erica, they were saying that she was just being too brutal. But I think it's a lack of accountability that we have that allows the mentality to think that someone could actually require or expect that level of commitment without putting forth the efforts in that case. Let me see. Tarsa, I would absolutely date me, just not right at the moment. Hey, self-reflection. Hey, let me see. Darren Reed says, everyone has a list, but if you can't hold yourself to your own standard, then you need to be with someone that fits you. You know what? In our community, I think this is a huge issue because we have what seems like a lack of love in our community. Why is it that when couples are together for a long time, it's rare, it seems rare, and we don't really feel like there's a lot of access to that? I know there's a lot of people, a lot of women in my age group that have slim pickings, and the men, I'm older, I'm 50, right? But I still deal with people that are way younger than me. I don't feel like an elder or anything. Like, I feel like I can swing and hang with the best of them. So I still have young bucks going after me, right? But a lot of these guys these days, I think, want it both ways. Like, for a long time, for many decades, there has been Black women that have had to carry Black men, not because we've had to carry you because you're not up to par, but because society is not ready for you and they accept us. So we're the ones that were able to get the jobs. We're the ones that were able to make waves in positions. They didn't want to have nothing to do with Black men. But in that time while we as women were running shit as far as in jobs and stuff like that, we had your back as Black men. And what I believe is that a lot of Black men in those times, I don't want to say took advantage of it, but took advantage of it. They took advantage of our loyalty. They took advantage of our sincerity. They took advantage of our opportunity to be submissive and allow them to be the kings that we know they are. And because of it, I think we are where we are now. And the stigma around that has allowed Black men to be lackadaisical, seemingly. And the ones that are productive and constructive and taking care of their families, they're not prevalent. They don't get uplifted. So what we hear is about the guys that while the girl is at work, he driving the car and playing the video games while she goes to work, dropping her off. But then the cheating issue, what is it with the Black men and cheating? That's what I would like to know. I think we need to have we need to have a special panel about that. What is up with the Black men and cheating? And now, because the women have to be the man and wear the pants, a lot of the Black men now are upset with that. Maybe not some older guys. I know there's a lot of you online that will probably beg to differ and you're upstanding Black men in the community, but overall, and I don't know if you can admit this, but a lot of your Black male counterparts are up to no fucking good. They cheat. There are a lot of providers out here, but there's also a lot of hustlers that skirt by. And I see y'all talking. Let me see. I would absolutely date me. Darren says. Erica Maria says, I had a friend once who was like 250 pounds and like 5 feet tall. Oh my gosh. And wanting a fit man. I know, right? I know, right? Like, on the other hand, though, confidence, I can't be mad at. I can't be mad at because I'm not married. I've never been married. But I've seen some women that I would probably not like, you know, they have bad attitudes. They like not the prettiest. And I'm like, how the hell you get married and I ain't married? So it's a catch-22. It's a catch-22 out here. But I do believe that my point I was trying to make was men, you can't have it both ways. You're either the king and we look up to you and submit to you, or what I don't think you get about us, if you're not going to take charge, we are. And that's what I think has happened to our community. And now there's a lot of women out here that wear the pants. And they've been wearing the pants for a while now that the men out here that would like a submissive woman, but yet they got eyes for the next big ass. They don't know how to deal with it. So it's weird, guys. We got some work to do. Let me see. I done missed some stuff. Let me see. The thing is, men rarely require women bring anything to the table than a cute face and a nice body. So other women see that and figure they can capitalize on their looks too. Interesting, Robin. Okay, I got that. Let me see. Tavio says, I don't need you to continue to make excuses for us. Ladies, stay away from toxic men. Right, Tavio, but what you don't get is sometimes toxic men is all we have to choose from. Especially if we're not willing to go out of our race. And I will admit, I do date white men. Believe it or not, I'm black power like a mug. I'm telling you I'm black power. And the white men that I do date, they know they got to deal with it. So they be advocates. But, Tavio, some people will not do that. They will not go out of their race. And it is slim pickings amongst our community. So sometimes we have no choice other than to take on a toxic man. And he may not be fully toxic. He may just have a wandering eye. He may just like fat old asses. And a fat old, listen, I'm telling you, women, ladies, men, I know for a fact, I have many of men that approach me, married, single, and everything in between. And if you got a fat old ass, it don't matter who you are. It don't matter what you look like. It don't matter what you have or don't have. If you got a fat old ass, you gonna be gone after. And that's one of the problems that we have, a wandering eye. Okay, I got maybe a little bit more, but we're gonna finish this off in what time? Oh my God, guys, we got to go. Are we gonna have time for tipsy talk? I don't think we're gonna have time for tipsy talk today. We gotta do tipsy talk. Okay. But my phone died. It missed all of my phone. So we're gonna get to that later. If y'all just chilling out, listen. Like I said, I'm an entrepreneur. Come and go as I please. I do what I want to do. I've been at this like this for the past, since 2011 was my last job. And it hasn't been all peaches and cream. And I struggle sometimes, but I wouldn't change it for the world. I have avoided going back to get a job in so many opportunities, in so many times. Like, you know, as your own business owner, it's peaks and valleys, it's ups and downs, it's, you know, it's hit or miss. So I got the time. And I would like for you guys to be able to do that too. So I'm here, I'm chilling, I'm cool. I definitely want to do tipsy talk, but I do want to get through completing some of the conversation that we're having today. So let us see what else we got here. Roger said, oh, hi, Henry. I think you were here a couple of weeks ago, if I'm not mistaken. Henry, let me know what is your drink of choice today. And let me know how you found us here on WineUp Wednesdays. Let me see. There are a lot of cheaters, and there seems to be a subculture that promotes it. Oh my God, Henry. If you didn't hit the nail on the head, if you didn't hit the nail on the head, because I tell you what, I'm like a dude, right? Like I have a lot of dude tendencies. So I don't have a lot of girlfriends. I have like 2. Tara is one of them, right? Anissa, she's in Atlanta. And I have a few other women that I love and I respect dearly. But I don't have a lot of woman friends. There's women out here that just have a harem of cackling ass women, right? I ain't one of them. And so men talk to me. I feel like I have a very voluptuous body. In this day and age, a little bit too voluptuous, like maybe a 20, 30 extra pounds that I'm going to be working on real quick, but that's a whole nother story. Anyway, all my life, I've had a very shapely body, and I have what they tell me is outer beauty, but I believe my beauty comes from the inside because I really, truly care about people. And I believe people see what they think is my outer beauty, but it's really the inner beauty that's coming out. So we're going to do Tipsy Talk in a hot second. Let me get through the rest of these. But what I wanted to say to that was there's definitely a culture that promotes it. I get a lot of inside information because I'm like a counselor. People can talk to me, and boy, do they talk to me. I'm telling you. So a lot of you men out there, ladies, I'm going to tell you something. When I tell you something about what a man think he wants, take my word for it, because I heard it straight from the horse's mouth. I promise you that. Okay? We can talk later about some of that stuff. But Henry, definitely on point. Let me see. They probably married and not happy. You know what, Tara? They could be married and happy. They could be married and not happy. I believe a man is going to cheat anyway. And you as a woman, you either going to have to accept it or get more on your shit, right? So you can be at the top of that line because it's inevitable, in my belief. I could be wrong. Let me see. Roger, you have to have a list and be extremely picky of who you let into your life. Too many low-down people. This is true. I can't even deal with having friends. Oh my God, that friend issue, Roger. Ooh, I just had a recent situation. Somebody who I thought was a friend play. Oh my God, look you in the eye. And whew, that's a whole nother story. But anyway, I can't even deal with having friends, co-workers. When I see he wants me to cover him so he can cheat. Oh my God, Roger. Boy, if you only knew, but so right. Hey, people, we got to get it together. We have to get it together. We either going to have to straight up admit what's going on so we can get to the crux of the problem. And not all, I believe it comes from, especially in our community, I believe it comes from us having a lack of respect, a lack of fun, right? And that's where our power lies in our sex, especially for men. That's where their power lies. Everything else has been stripped away from them, Black men. Mostly, everything else has been stripped away from them that they don't have to actually get out there and fight and grind for, except for their sex. They hold the power, and we want it. They hold the power, and that's what they promote. So that's a whole nother conversation. But anyway, let me finish reading this, and then we're gonna get to tipsy talk, and then we out of here. Okay, so listen, let me see. Okay, Henry. You're at work, you're not drinking. Make sure you have that little nip a little bit later, or drink water. Drink water, baby. I'm gonna get a t-shirt that say, drink water, baby, right? Water or wine, one of the two. Okay, what you laughing at, Tara? Yes, BFF. I don't know what I was talking about when you said that, but I'll take it. Robin, truth. Men are portrayed as players and pimps and more successful if they have more than one woman. Yes, absolutely. So let me see. But all men are different. Tara, that is true. And you can't lump them all into one category, but most of them do cheat. I'll tell you that much. Let me see. I'm sorry, I meant the girls with the attitude, and you don't see how she got a man, probably not happy. True, because we as women will take so much. What I will tell you is one of the reasons I believe that I haven't been married is because I don't take shit. But in comparison, I have seen women who will take a crap load of shit. They will degrade themselves, they will diminish themselves just to be in the presence of that man, knowing that they're not happy. Whole nother story, another conversation for another day. Let me see. I think men cheat for many, many different reasons. Yeah. Let me see. More and more, Roger says, more and more of us guys that are working and becoming successful, we're not dating anyone. Okay. We're taking the red pill. Sex used to be. Now we're finding that we have power in accumulating assets and not sharing. Oh, Roger, that's kind of sad to me though. Because I really wish you guys could find the power. Like once you find the power that you have and the confidence that you have, but the not sharing part is kind of typical. Because when we were out there grinding as women, when America wouldn't accept black men, we were the ones out there that had the jobs for the most part. We were the ones that were able to be given raises, and it was deliberate. It was deliberate to diminish you as a black man, which is one of the reasons why I'm adamant about uplifting and enhancing our communities, especially black men. I have an organization that I created in the past that I want to actually develop called Men in Suits. We'll be talking about it in the very near future even more, because it's a way for men in the community, young men in the community who want to be in business for themselves, and professional men to donate their gently used suits and briefcases to young men that want to be in business for themselves. Again, whole nother story. Guys, we have a lot to talk about. This is not just fly by night. We're not just here for one day, a week. We're going to be here for the rest of the year talking about substantive issues that will actually make a difference. And I want to hear about the progress. As we get it together, we're going to have different things that you guys can talk about that you're doing out in the community that is actually making a difference. My body is fire, you think so? Girl, I think I'm kind of chunky. I done put on like 20 pounds, and y'all gonna watch me get this 20 pounds off. So make sure you go subscribe to the YouTube channel, because I'm gonna let it all hang out. Y'all see this right here? I didn't have this a year ago. I got it now though, but I'm gonna get rid of it. And I want y'all to see the journey. Who has a Fitbit? That's what I want to know. If you're going to be a fan of the show, I want to know if you have a Fitbit, because that is one of the things that allowed me to lose the weight. When I did lose the weight, I lost about 50 pounds about 3 years ago, and it made a huge difference. I haven't gained it all back, but I gained a lot of it back. We're going to get that shit off. Anyway. Okay, guys, look. Okay, so we finna do Tipsy Talk, and then y'all finna go. So, who's gonna be my participants for Tipsy Talk? We're moving on. Tipsy Talk. Oh, wait a minute. Tipsy Talk. Okay, so who's gonna be my participants? We got quite a few people on the line. I need a minimum of 5 participants. I want to know who you are. Let me see. Who's going to participate in Tipsy Talk tonight? This is where we become enlightened. And I'm not going to go through everything because we're a little pressed for time. I want you guys to finish off your drinks and then prepare for your day tomorrow. So I got one. Hey, Spider, are you there still? Did you leave me? You were here earlier. I didn't see you. Roger says, do you know the numbers of middle-class Black men? It's not that we didn't exist. It's that it was taught that women weren't supposed to want us. There was a time in the 90s and the early 2000s, women didn't want factory workers. We were making $70,000 to $100,000. Our job titles were turning women off. Not that Latino women were coming after us and white women, but our own sisters know. Okay, got that. They wanted business owners and office workers, but African American men were upper middle class blue collar workers. You know what, Roger? Thank you for saying that and for clarifying that too. I appreciate that. And I do believe that's true. And that is actually the truth. The stigma of not having position and title, I do believe had a lot to do with where we are now in our community with couples and relationships. So great point. Thank you for sharing. Hi, Denise, how are you? Thank you for joining us. Hopefully you have your wine. Denise is one of my friends who is not a Trump supporter. She's like on the team, okay? I'm telling you. She might not be of our culture, but I love her dearly because she actually invited me to march and protest at a Black Lives Matter protest. So I love you dearly, Denise. Thank you for joining us. She has a beautiful painting that she did of wine. Hopefully she's going to do one for WineUp Wednesdays. So, Ms. Denise, you right in time for Tipsy Talk, okay? So, do I have enough participants to go forward with the Tipsy Talk? The Tipsy Talk question. I have one question, potentially, but I need a few people that is going to actually participate. So I'm just going to leave it up to y'all. I'm just going to put the question out there because I want to get going. Now, Tipsy Talk, let me see. Do I have what I said about Tipsy Talk? Tipsy Talk is a way where we can actually get back to our sensuality, recognize what our libidos are, and I want Wednesday to be shit. By the time you finish this, you be tipsy, especially if you come on here with your mate. Y'all be like, okay, let's have a talk. Okay, so here's a question. Have you ever faked an orgasm? Have you ever faked an orgasm? And I would like to know why. Hello, Stephen Lee Watts. I need you to call me tomorrow. I did get your message and I got a plan for you, so give me a call. I am doing social experiment with having a large number of Black men and Black women speed dating, okay, on a site that is typically white, okay. This will be on Friday, 2/26, 8 to 9:30. They are not expecting us, but I think it would be interesting to see what happens if we infiltrate. Tickets are $19.99. Anyone who is interested, text me and I'll send you the link. That would be great. Now, what I want you guys to do is answer the question, have you ever faked an orgasm and why? Do I have any responses yet? Let's see. Let's see what we got here. Hell no. I think it's kind of hard, Stephen, for a man to fake an orgasm. So maybe this, all right, I forgot to say, this question is for the guys, but the ladies will answer. The why part is harder. Huh, okay. I don't know, but Denise, actually, that's why we're here, to become enlightened. And we're free. We want to hear different perspectives. So there is a reason why, and maybe you just have to be honest with what that reason was. But have you ever faked an orgasm? And you can put in why if you like. Let me see. Okay, so Miss Erica is, if I'm not mistaken, a sensual sexologist. Is that correct, Erica? How would I describe who you are and what you do? Please, because I know that this is your subject. So please, guys, we have an expert on the line. Let's see what Erica has to say. Okay, clearly all of the guys say no. I think it's hard for a guy to fake an orgasm. I don't know how you would do that, but I think it's hard for a guy to do that. But let's see. Tara says, a few years ago, when I was in an unhappy relationship, I would fake it all the time. And I guess that's your reason why. Like, you are in an unhappy relationship, but you were in a relationship transitioning out, maybe not even knowing that you were transitioning out. So I can get your reason why for faking it. I mean, I'm a woman. I've been in relationships where I kind of knew it was over, but I kind of went through the motions. So I definitely can get that. Let me see. Again, of course, the guys say no way. I think it's really hard for a guy to fake it. Like, you get stimulated and, you know, you just got to go for it, I guess. You know, and sometimes it's inevitable. Like a woman, you know, can turn it on and turn it off. A woman can turn it on and turn it off. Okay, let's see. I need a little bit of that. Okay. No more. Okay. So guys, my producer is here. She wanted a little bit of glass of wine because I don't want to be here by myself. See, there she goes. There goes her glass. And thank goodness, because you know what? If she wasn't here, I would have drank this whole shit by myself, and I'd probably really be tripping. But I'm okay. Now, I didn't get to do my sage today, but next week we're going to do sage because it's about, you want to do it now? Because you guys, you know what? This is about peace. This is about serenity. This is about manifestation. This is about higher level thinking. So once I find out, now I'm not giving a gift away today because I don't want to keep you guys too long. It's been almost 2 hours. Let me see. Let me get back to this. Let me see. Erica says, Erica, also, did you tell me how to introduce who you are and what you do? Let me see. Oh, so Erica is a romance enhancement specialist. What? Oh, okay. So we're gonna do this for a minute, a quick second, because I want you guys to really feel what we're doing here, and it's really all good. It's all about upliftment and enhancement of individuals. Let's see. I missed some stuff. Okay, so Erica says, I only faked once, regretted, still, laugh out loud. Okay. Only did it to make it be over because he was one of those dudes who thinks you have to have sex for hours to show you he was a good lover. Okay. To show you he was a good, wait, where'd it go? Show you he was a good lover. I really think men need to let go of some of this old-fashioned thinking. Well, Erica, thank you for being here. I know you're an expert in the field, and I would love to collaborate with you more because over the weeks of us doing this, I really find that people enjoy what we talk about in Tipsy Talk, and it is actually enlightening. People actually learn things. So I look very forward to working with you in the near future to bringing more education around sex, around relationships, and just having a good experience with your mate. Denise says to be a team player. She said, okay, so have you ever faked an orgasm? And the reason why is to be a good team player. Denise, you know what? I never looked at it that way, but I think we all can admit that that is the case. And this, guys, is a testament to who women are. We're willing to take one for the team, for you. So you keep that in mind the next time you don't want to buy that Coach purse. Okay, so let us take 30 seconds to burn the sage and manifest peace and put it in the universe, okay? How about that? Hey, we overtime anyway, right? But we footloose, fancy, and free, so hey, let's do it. Okay, let me read this. Let me see. Erica says, I refuse to fake now or ever again. It doesn't help anyone. Oh, Erica, I don't know. Sometimes it's necessary. Now, if you have an open enough relationship, you might be able to go ahead and do it at that moment. But if you have a good relationship, maybe you can have a conversation around it after the fact. So, I don't know. Let me see. Hey, Maria. How are you, lovely? Yes, I didn't want to put that man. Got you, Maria. And I believe, Maria, that is the reason why a lot of us do it. Now, you're half my age, okay? You're literally less than half my age. She's a beautiful young woman, entrepreneur, so let's support her. But even in her experience as a young woman, she's on point with that. And guys, I need you to understand once again, this is who we are as women. We're willing to take one for the team. All that aside, let's take a moment for this sage burning. 30 seconds to burn sage and manifest the peace. And then on that note, we're going to end because I cannot go over 2 hours, okay? So, we're going to do this. And if you guys would like one of these sage sticks that represent serenity and peace, let me know. There it is. Twist it around so they can see the chakra. Right. Who knows about chakras? Guys, here it is. Now we're on the inside. Oh, it smells wonderful. I feel the peace already. Take a moment. Manifest your highest thought, your highest dream. Feel the peace. What do you want to accomplish for this week? Let's manifest it. What's your entrepreneurial venture? Let's manifest it. This right here. I want you guys to burn one of these with me every week. 20 seconds more. Guys, I feel it. I feel your energy. I feel the peace. This is amazing. You guys should experience this, just the smell, the aroma. 10 seconds. Five seconds. I want to travel the world. I'm going to Bali, Indonesia in April. Wow. Guys, I'm telling you, that was amazing. That chakra sage was amazing. If you want the link to that, put it in the chat and I'll make sure I'll leave the link to the young lady that I got that from. Oh my God, guys, I'm telling you, that was amazing. I'm telling you, that was definitely an experience. And you know what, guys? On that note, it's 9:59. I want to end it on that note. The chakra sage, the manifestation, and thinking about your orgasm. What better way to end the day? Thank you guys so much for joining me here tonight. I really appreciate you. I really thank you for taking the time out of your day to have a drink with me, to manifest, to talk about sex, and to talk about substantive issues that's going to make a difference in the world, because that's really what it's all about. The moral to the story is be you, be at peace, have integrity, and love your neighbor. I love you guys, and thank you. Don't forget to join us next week, Wednesday at 8 o'clock with your drink of choice. I thank you guys again. I can't say it enough. I feel so filled right now. I love you.